Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a budget recap for the month of April 2023 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. So I'm getting to this video very late. We're actually midway through May as I'm filming this. I don't even know when I'm going to be posting it, but I definitely wanted to get it up on YouTube at some point. Looking at my April monthly spread, everything here is checked off. We did pay all of our bills, contributed to savings challenges. If we move forward to the budget recap pages, we're going to start with the debt payment plan. So basically this is a page that allows you to look at your debt overall and have a plan for how you're paying off your debt to see if you've paid off any extra debt. I have two debts. I have my Sikorsky, which is my car loan, and then Nelnet, which is my student loan. Currently I don't have a minimum payment for my student loan because my loans are on hold, but I do have a minimum payment for my car. I paid my minimum payment for my car this month, and then my employer is currently paying on my student loans for me. So this extra payment of $333.33 actually came from my employer, which means that regular monthly payments as well as this extra payment, total debt this month was $790.18. Now, if we look at the bottom here, we get a feel for progress with regards to paying off debt. My last month's debt total was $61,662.19. This month we're down to $60,904.53, which means we made progress of $757.33, which is 1.1%. When it comes to my overall debt, this number here, $70,910.32, that's as of June 2022, which is when I bought my car. I didn't go back all the way to when I started paying off my student loans. I felt like I just didn't have the energy to figure all that out. But as you can see, since June 2022, I have paid off just over $10,000 in debt, which is 14.1%. Next, we're going to look at my monthly net worth tracker. I do cover up my assets, but of course I have my liabilities listed here. For my assets total, I have $242,852.92. And as we saw on the last page, my total liabilities is $60,904.53. If I subtract my liabilities from my assets, my net worth is $181,948.39, which means that we've had an increase in my net worth over the last month of over $9,500, which is pretty great, and that's an increase of 5.6%. Now, if we start off with my Where Did My Money Go worksheets, we're going to be looking at my monthly budget category breakdown. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit just so you can get everything on this page in view. This is my favorite page to put together for my monthly budget recap. I feel like I get the most amount of info out of this, which is really awesome. First, we're going to figure out the total monthly inflow, and that's going to be my starting balance, which is money I rolled over from March into April. My earned income, which is my full-time job, other income, which for the month of April, the vast majority of that was that $333.33 that my employer puts towards my student loan. I didn't use any savings in the month of April, and so my total monthly inflow was $7,554.03. Now, I have all of my budget categories listed here. I have a monthly budget total for each of them, and then I have my monthly spent. I do have a fair amount of green here, which makes me happy. As we can see, I spent almost $200 on groceries, so I was under budget by $200. I was under budget for eating out, which makes me super happy, almost $70 under budget. Gas, I ended up spending $78, so I was under budget by over $70. I don't have a budget for miscellaneous bills, but man, I spent a heck of a lot. $1,861.59. Now, I will say $500 of that was a gift to my sister for graduating from college. So that is, a decent chunk, almost a third of this. Savings, I always like to put $3,000 towards savings every month, and I definitely did not hit that goal, which is really a big bummer for me. More I spend miscellaneous bills category, less I put into savings. So that was definitely a bummer. I was, almost $900 under where I wanted to be for savings. Utilities over, $8. And that's just from, me not being precise with my monthly budget category. Same with personal, only over by a few bucks. Housing, which is my rent, was dead on. Giving, that's my church contribution, was dead on. For debt, we were a little over, of course. And then miscellaneous, we were under budget by over $170, which makes me very happy. Now, when you add this monthly spent category together, you want this outflow to match your inflow, but it's not going to do that unless you put in for any money you're rolling over from April into May. So for me, the last day of April, I had $1,130.47 in my checking account, variable expense checking account, and in cash. So that was money I rolled over from April until May. With that included, our inflow and outflow should match, and they do, so I was off by $0 for April's budget. If we flip on over, we're going to look more closely at debt and savings. With regards to debt, total monthly inflow listed on top, total debt payoff $790.18. The vast majority of that, I shouldn't say vast majority, but the majority of that went to my just my regular monthly car loan, 57.8%, and then that no-net student loan that my work did for me, that's 42.2%. Now, the reason why I count this in here is because I count that $333.33 as inflow. That way I can count the payment that my employer is making towards my student loan. For savings, our monthly income is actually equal to our outflow because I didn't use any savings this month. I also saved over $2,000 this month. Oh, I'm just realizing I never figured out these percentages here. Oops. As you can see, looking at my savings categories, the vast majority of my savings this month went into my house, but it was a lot less than I was anticipating it being because of miscellaneous expenses that I ended up having. So over $1,300, which is 62% of what I saved. The next highest percentage was my sinking funds. I put $319 towards them, which was 15%, and then everything kind of goes down from there with regards to my different savings challenges and my emergency fund. Now, for this last page here, we have our monthly spending comparison, which allows me to look at spending from March to April. Now, in April, I had a 3-paycheck month, so my inflow was really, really high, and that's why my inflow change for April was so significant. I made over $3,000 less in April than I did in March because this was a regular 2-paycheck month for me. Even though I made less, there's definitely a bunch of budget categories here where I spent more in April. That being said, eating out, I spent $13 more. Gas, I spent $2 more. So those aren't super major. Utilities, I spent $36 more, but I actually think that things were just still balancing out with regards to my optimum. But, miscellaneous bills, that's really a frustrating category for me right now, and I spent more this month. But again, I had that gift that I gave my sister for her graduation. Miscellaneous, I spent so little in March. I'm still happy with this $178. That is less than my budgeted amount, so I'm not disappointed in that at all. Biggest thing for me is that I put so much less towards savings, and part of that is because I made less, but I really, really want to be putting more than $2,000 towards savings every month. Now, the next thing that sorry everyone. And I've been having tripod issues today too. Like, it took me like 10 minutes to get my tripod to look somewhat like okay. I'm actually thinking of purchasing a new one because the one I have is just terrible. But I wanted to pull out my $5 challenge envelope. So, whoopsies, if you look on here, $85 was put towards my $5 challenge in the month of April. So I should have $85 in this $5 envelope, which is available on my Etsy shop, which is always linked down below. So let's count that up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Perfect. So what we're going to try to do is take my $5 challenge jar. This is an acrylic jar that you have to break open to get into the money. And I've been contributing $5 bills to this since January 2021, I think. And so I'm going to take all of these fives and I'm going to attempt to put them in here neatly. I'm going to try to slide them. Ugh. Oh no, maybe I should split them in half so they're a little more pliable. Perfect. Okay, so that worked out. So I'm going to try to do the same thing again, because I feel like if I can keep them fairly neat, I'll be able to fit more. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we're going to be... Oh, no. No. Okay, we're still doing okay. It's just this one straggler right here. It's a little bit of like a flimsy bill, so it's being a little more challenging. Is it going to lay in there? Okay, pretty good. So we have all of my fives in my $5 challenge container once again. So I will start adding fives for May to this envelope from now on. And I think that's it for my recap for April 2023. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about how I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom, or how I budget in general, please don't hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.